Right, so issue a lot of us have if we're training at home is limitations in kit compared to where you would normally be. Say you're in a big gym, you'd have a full array of dumbbells to do everything with. So the question is, how do you train heavy at home with limited kit? And in this video, I'm going to show you how I'm going to do it. Right, so the problem we have is that I've got what is, I would say, is a very basic, old-fashioned, my first weight training set, dumbbell set. Let me just show you it. So I've got these are about 10 pounds, about 5 kilo plates each one. Yeah, so there's 6 of those, and then they've got these 2.5 kilo plates. I've also got, and I've got 4 dumbbell handles. I've also got, these are 2.5 kilos. So I've got enough handles. The trouble is I don't have enough weight to be able to put what I would normally put to do anything above, anything below 6 reps. I might be, even then, I'd be pushing. So I'm not going to be able to lift heavy using 2 arms. The good thing is that most of my training involves working unilaterally. So what I can do is I can load up even more weight onto one bar, and that way I should be able to get a reasonable amount of weight to maybe even do some strength training. So I'm going to show you a few little things, little tricks, a few things I used to do when I had almost no kit. So let's get started. We're going to start with some presses. Oh yeah, and the reason why I like to train unilaterally is because it's more functional. You think of anything that involves a pushing movement, generally it very rarely involves pushing 2 hands at the same time. An example you probably have would maybe pushing a car, but then even when you're pushing a car, you don't push with both arms and both legs, you push with one foot in front of the other. So your body usually has this offset kind of approach where you need rotational force to apply forward pressure. And this is what is great about doing single arm presses. The only time you really do pressing anything with both arms at the same time is in the gym when you're doing a barbell press. It's not a very functional movement, so by working unilaterally we work cross body, we do some different kind of sling training, and I'll show you a few different exercises. I'm just going to have a good old-fashioned new style push workout using the core, and we do the shoulders, a bit of triceps. When I first started lifting, I was just doing bodybuilding style training as a teenager, and it was your old-fashioned cast iron set of dumbbells, or most of us had cast iron or the sand weights, plastic filled with cement or whatever it was. Now I didn't have a bench. Luckily today I've got this really useful adjustable bench. But what I used to have was a punch bag, and I used to put my punch bag on the floor. I used to stamp on it, get it nice and flat, and then I used to lie on the floor. And because I didn't have enough weights, I used to do single arm dumbbell presses. So I was doing, functional training before I even realised it was functional training. It was just training with whatever I had, and it turned out to give me some really good workouts and give me a lot of tips and ideas that I'm having to basically reuse now. Right, so I've done a couple of warm-ups, ended up with 30 on the bar. Now I'm going to try and fit on what will be my last of my weights, which will be about another, if I can get them on, about another 5 kilos each side. So that'll take me up to about 40 kilos, 80 odd pounds. Let's see. Old-fashioned weights, they're a pain in the ass. Screwing the weights off, screwing the weights on. So my technique is a time-saving technique. Let me put this on low setting so I can show you the action close up. I've got a dual action, do them both at the same time. There we go. Right, there's the first. And then are we going to be able to get all these on with enough space? Ooh, it's close. Does that give me enough tight? Let's try these without me. Let's try this. Oh, it's getting in the danger territory. Let's see. Come on, bastard. Get semi-secure. Let's see if we can press it. Well, no, I can press it, but let's see if it falls off and breaks my skull. Right, let's check it out. Give you the best view of any accidents. This looks very dodgy. That works. Good thing is you got this hand. In case they fall, you can just back them out the way. Right, so next exercise. I could do an incline dumbbell press. The weight's probably okay. This would be high reps, but I'm going to try and do what I used to do. I used to do a weighted push-up. So I've got the weights. I've got a backpack. I'm going to load some weights in a backpack. I'm going to have my hands there. So if you're going to load a bag, I would say the most important thing is, from previous experience with this, is make sure the weights can't move around too much. Because if they do, when you go into a decline, they'll slide down and crack you on the back of the noggin. And they do, it hurts a lot. This is as much as I can take on 2 arms. I don't know what it is. What is it? It's like 10 kilos, 15, 20. Yeah, it's only about 24 kilos. So it's a bit light. So the things you can do if the weights are a bit light is you can change the tempo. You can also still work in a well, I could also just do singles again. I want to show you something different. We're going to do both arms. So we're going to do bilateral, but we're going to alternate. So we're going to freeze the movement at the top, do rep, do the other side. This keeps time under tension a lot longer. It'll also be a bit more fatiguing on the shoulder. This is quite a high incline, so I'll see how well I do in this one. I'm going to try and go for about 8 reps each side, 16 reps. Let's see. 7. 8. Right, so a bit of bodybuilding, just standard shoulder press. Time to get more functional again. I'm doing a tricep. I'm going to do some flies, just normal flies. I'm going to do a bit of tricep extensions with a bit of band work. I'm going to do a lateral raise against the wall with a bit of arm support. Hey. So that's it. I have to be more creative, lifting heavier weights with less equipment. If you liked the video, subscribe, check out more of our content on YouTube. Ciao for now.